Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dalton at Dalton95 Coach with another Transformers Studio Series video, and today we're taking a look at the A-level deluxe class Optimus Prime from Transformers Devastation. Now, I was a little on the fence about getting this guy, but lately I've been hearing a lot of good things about him, so I just figured might as well go ahead and get him and check him out. So yeah, do plan on getting the Bumblebee from this wave as well. I also still need to get Ironhide and the Age of Extinction Optimus, because believe it or not, that figure actually does look good. Skipping Q, no interest. I still need to get Sentinel Prime as well, and of course G2 Grimlock. But talking more about Studio Series, so let's go ahead and check out this packaging. Real nice artwork here of Optimus in robot and truck mode. I can't remember exactly who the artist is. I think it's like Lemonfly Studios, and then there's another one that's doing the artwork for these, but really cool. You actually see them working on it. Now, I believe they may have done some similar things that make it look like AI has done it, but it is actually artist made. Like I said, I can't remember, but I think the bios, because I know Bone Crusher was really bad as far as like typos and misspelling. But here we have Optimus Prime stops the Decepticons from turning Earth into a new Cybertron. So, from my gathering, I've never played Devastation, but I'm assuming it's a lot like, was it Metal City or something like that? Mixed with maybe Transport to Oblivion. Like I said, I don't know the plot of Devastation, but it's cool. I mean, this guy's supposedly going to scale well with the new Devastator to make, that Devastator more like the Devastation model. So it'd be interesting to see if Toy Hacks does something like they did with him to maybe give Devastator a more cel-shaded look. But yeah, so he's got the Matrix, Battle Axe. So yeah, let's go ahead and get him open and check him out. You do get the Devastation logo there. I forgot to mention that. 21 steps, truck, robot. Let's go ahead and get him open. And here we have Devastation Optimus out of his packaging. And, I mean, he's alright. Like, it's hard to get into everything about it. I mean, it is a small deluxe, like bringing in Prima, and let's bring in Solus Prime. Like, he's not super tiny, but at the same time, he's not very tall either. Like, he's basic deluxe height. Paint apps are fine. It's mostly plastic color, except for, of course, the windows. You got some paint there for, I don't know if it's the mouth plate. Yeah, the mouth plate is painted in this kind of gray paint. Then you get the light blue for the eyes. I'll just go ahead and zoom in here so you can see that. There we go. You got some of this gray here for the stripe. Got the yellow on the waist, a little bit of blue there to look like the part that comes around on the bottom. No paint on the legs except for the rims of the tires, which we'll get into when we get to vehicle mode. Do get some red paint here on the blue plastic. It is a little bit darker, so it doesn't quite match. You do get this weird shade of kind of like a beige, white, cream color. Like, it's just like an off-white for the fuel tanks, the thighs, the exhaust pipes, the grill, bumper. Yeah, very strange how they did this figure. And then for his accessory, you get the battle axe with the swoosh effect, molded in red plastic, painted over with yellow. Now, storage, there is really no actual official storage in robot mode. I mean, I guess you kind of do that, but it's not like addressed anywhere. That just fit right into his hand like that. Which, I mean, melee weapons was a primary point of the game, I believe. I haven't played Devastation. I just know that a lot of people will compare it to just a button masher fighting game as far as the progression. But yeah, so also got the Autobot symbol there. Now, getting into articulation, his head is just on a swivel. You get a butterfly joint that's used for transformation. You get trigger happy / hot rod shoulders. Wish he had another joint in there. The only other joint is the rotation, forward and back, 360, bicep swivel. Just a little less than 90 at the elbow, nothing at the wrist. Due to the transformation, you do get a waist swivel. It is hindered due to the wheels. forward and back at the hips to there, all the way out at the thigh or at the hip. Do get a thigh swivel, but it's down here at the knee. I wish it was up here, just above the thigh. So it's a little weird posing him sometimes. 90 at the knee and full ankle tilt. So yeah, very basic as far as everything goes there. So go ahead and get him into truck mode. Actually, before we get there, forgot about the matrix. So open this up, and then let me grab. So we'll just take a screwdriver here, pop out the matrix. It is unpainted, but I mean, I guess kind of wish they would have put more budget into these A-class or A-level. But you do get some molded in detail for the matrix chamber. So go ahead and close that all up. And there are little notches just under the thumb here that you bring up the hands, and you can kind of rest the handles of the matrix just under the thumbs. Kind of helps if you have the hands above his head. Oop. Is a little tricky. There we go. So there you can have Optimus holding up the matrix as if he's about to open it, even though it's lower than his thumbs. But again, it's whatever. So yeah, decent looking robot mode. Just a few like design choices that kind of weigh it down, like the lack of wrist swivel, the weird shoulder joints, the weird knee swivel instead of an actual thigh swivel. I mean, other than that, like the robot mode's fine. Like I don't mind the wheels kind of sticking off here. Just interesting transformation scheme, which we'll go ahead and get into now. So start by folding the hands in, and we'll bring out arms while bending the elbows. Let's get those out of the way. Bring the wheels down. Rotate the waist. Fold these sections back. Flip this out, and that will just tab onto the bumper. From here, bring this whole section up and around. Rotate the head around to where it's facing down or facing back. There we go. Or I guess facing forward. Arm back. Rotate here at the bicep. Same thing over here. There is a tab here and a slot there. Just straighten out the legs here. Those will tab into the sides. Open this up. Rotate this section down. And flip this section out. I guess I should have done that first. So flip out this section here. Flip this down. Rotate here. Collapse down the toes and the heels. These will all tab together. And we'll go ahead and bring the grill back up. Bring the arm sections in. These will tab in behind the grill piece. And these will just tab into the sections of the bumper. These sections will fold around and tab onto the thighs, kind of locking the vehicle together. And there we have Devastation Optimus in his truck mode. Now, as far as the truck mode goes, it's fine. It is a little weird here in just under the grill, and the fuel tanks are a little odd. And there's this section of the cab that's just kind of like floating here. And of course, you get the feet sticking out the back, which, you know, the Studio Series or the 86 Prime didn't have that issue. It's weird that they kind of went backwards with this release, unless this was intended to come out a while ago. No, just feels weird. At least all the wheels are pinned in. It rolls fine. You get this giant fifth wheel here. We'll get into that in a second. Storage for the axe just tabs in on what was the front of his leg. So we can just store that right there. Let's zoom out. There we go. And you can attach the Earthrise trailer. This does have the non-up upgrades, and I did paint it silver, although I think that paint's starting to fade now. But yeah, you can haul the Earthrise trailer, and it seems to be a better scale with him, even though it does sit a little low. But it is compatible nonetheless, as well as the Studio Series 86 trailer, which is way larger than Optimus here. So yeah, weird little truck mode, but not hateful. I do wish the wheels were a little bit further back. I think they need to be right where, just barely covering that red spot. Like, they're just way too far forward, I think. But I mean, it is what it is. I wish it was better, but it's probably my most disappointing figure that I've gotten this year so far, but we'll see what the rest of the year brings. Let's go ahead and get them back into robot mode. So we'll flip those around, open up the heels, flip those down, flip the fifth wheel in. Then from here, untab these sections and bring them out. There we go. Bring the arms and shoulders forward. Bring the legs down. Bring this up. Rotate at the waist. Go ahead and fold in the grill to form his abdomen. Bring these side panels around, and those will just tab onto the grill piece. This will come out. These wheel sections fold up. Bring up the head. Bring the section up right here. And if you want, you can have it a little bit further off from the back so you can utilize the waist swivel a little bit more. Or right up against him. Either way. Fold up the hands, and there we go. So, there is Optimus. Let's go ahead and get into final thoughts. Alright, so to get into final thoughts on this release of Studio Series Gamer Edition Devastation Optimus, there's a lot of things I would have liked them to do better with this release. I don't hate it, but I am very disappointed in how it turned out. I know I gave it some compliments, but it just, I don't know. It feels like the classics 06 versus Pack Optimus all over again. Like, they're doing a lot of wrong decision making here, but I don't hate it. I mean, I don't know. It's very hard to describe how I feel about this without, I don't know. It just falls into that weird area of, it's neat, but there's a lot of problems that keep me from enjoying it fully. Mainly just some of the joint placement, like I said earlier, the thigh swivel should have been up in the actual thigh, not down just below or just above the knee. Wish he had waist swivel. I mean, we've seen figures do it to where they have a ball joint and able to flip in like that with, plenty of covering. Of course, the trigger-happy hot rod shoulders, I hope we get done with that design choice for shoulders, because it's ugly. It doesn't look good. It's hard to get a natural arm pose out of it. And then just some of the kibble placement, like the wheels folded up like that on his back, really hinder waist swivel. Like these wheels, I don't mind them too much, but and then in vehicle mode, the feet sticking out the back with the heels as two separate chunks, the front wheels being a little too far forward, and the diesel tanks being hollow and waffly. I would recommend getting this either on sale towards the end of the year, or wait till there's like a sale going on like maybe at Target or whatever for Transformers, I would not pick this up at 100% full price. Like, mark it down a little bit, then, you know, just, I don't know. I rarely ever, you know, feel that way about a figure. I don't hate it, but he could have been a lot better. So I'm hoping the B127 is better. I still need to track that figure down and pick him up. He's plenty available, but yeah, I hope that figure is better than this, because this just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Not in a way that I hate it. Like, it does some interesting things. It's a nice little deluxe figure, and it'll scale fine with Devastator. I think at this point I'm just looking for reasons to feel justified in my purchase, but yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you enjoyed this better than I did. Let me know what you think about Devastation Optimus. Did you pick him up? Are you going to pick him up? Are you going to wait? Or just skip him entirely? So, let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So long. Take care.